All right. So I want to talk one more thing about this sit. Now watch. Look at this. He's working away, right? Working away. So he goes and he gives uh, sacrifice for himself. The Holy Spirit indicating this, that the way into the holiest of all was not yet made manifest while the first tabernacle was standing. So as long as there's a temple, physical, God says, no, it's not ready. Why? Because nobody can go in there but one person. And that person one time a year. And he better do it the right way or he would die. It was symbolic. Everything about Judaism, the law, all the law, the ordinances, the sacrifices, all of that stuff, friends, was what? Symbolic. Symbolic about what? The present time. In which both gifts and sacrifices are offered, which cannot make. Here's the problem with church attendance. Here's the problem with saying a prayer, the little sinner's prayer, which is the most unbiblical, false doctrine made up in our age. That mess is nowhere in the book. Nowhere. And it's going to be the cause of so many false converts. So many people are going to end up in hell because they're depending upon that little stupid prayer, as if that's something that God is obligated to do once they speak it out of their mouths. How ridiculous. It's not even found in the book. But so many folks, you know how many people are going to argue with me? Some of you right now are flipping out. Can't believe Kevin said that. Why not? I'll stop saying it and I'll come on air and I'll retract it to date anybody around the world, anybody who's alive, anybody who has ever lived and ever will live. If you can show it to me in the book, where God says that that's a prerequisite to getting saved, I'll come right here live and I'll spend twice as much time explaining how I was wrong, but I know I'm not. Because it's not in the book. I read it. Symbolic for the present time in which both gifts and sacrifices are offered, which cannot make. Here is your and my problem. There is things, one thing that God is looking for at the end of whatever you are claiming that's going to make you right with God. All this other stuff, this religious stuff we just went over in Judaism, in Christianity, the raising the hand and saying the prayer and the speaking in tongues and all this stuff that people go around doing. What can't it do, God? It cannot make something. God is going around making something. Okay, keep that in mind. God is making sinners something. What is it? What is God making sinners? It cannot make him who performed the service. What can't it do, God? It can't make you perfect. What is God looking for? He's looking for the perfect human. With your perfection, oh, you don't have any. You don't have any. You got to get this perfection from Christ. So how are you going to get that through some church attendance? Through anything. That's what God just said. Your service to God can't make you perfect. In regard to the conscience, concerned only with foods and drinks and various washings and fleshly what? Ordinances. Church attendance, prayers, and all that other stuff falls under the ordinances. Imposed until the time of what? Refuge.